Hey everyone, hope you're doing good and welcome to another episode of the PTSD Buddies podcast. I'm your host, Jamie, and today we'll be talking with David. Now, David is in the middle of going through a detox. He's had a few issues with alcohol, and I think it was day 5 now that he's going through his detox. So he's going to be talking about that and sharing his experiences with that. And he's also going to share some life experiences of going through child abuse, being in the military, and moving forward with his life and his new job after the military, and still dealing with all these symptoms that he's going through with the detox. So stay tuned. This is a good one. All right, Dave. Well, thanks for having a chat with us here on the PTSD Buddies podcast. I'm going to enjoy this one because me and you have been friends for quite a while. You've been in the military and everything.
Yeah, I think it goes back to 2002.
Yeah, man. But before we start talking about the military and everything you're going with now, let's go back to little David Whisk. Little David Wiscombe back in the day in Newfoundland. What was childhood like, David?
Childhood for me, for the most part, it was pretty good. Like I loved it with so my parents divorced when I was young and all that. I loved all my time with my father. Like it was amazing. Like Southbrook Park.
Yes,
like
I
they
do.
used to own that, and I had all the freedom in the world down there. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's in Newfoundland, Canada, for anyone who doesn't know.
And loved it. But then it came a point where there was some abuse done to me by my uncle,
Oh,
sexual
no way.
abuse.
Holy
That
shit.
that
How old were you with that?
I started when I was 8.
8. And this is
8 years
your
old.
uncle?
This is my uncle. Well, uncle by marriage, I guess. So my mom's sister's husband.
But still, you're 8 years old, and this is family.
Yeah, and this is family, man. And
Someone that you look for protection, an adult in your family.
well, that's just it. Everyone thought it was a safe spot and all that,
Yeah.
but man, it was not a safe spot. Trust me.
Wow.
It went on for, I'd say, roughly over a year, and then
Wow.
I finally realized what was happening was wrong.
Yeah.
I think I knew it all along that it was wrong, but I was just afraid to say anything. You know what I mean?
Sure, you're only 8.
Yeah, like I'm a fucking kid. I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? I'm probably eating dirt. But yeah, I finally told my mom one night, and I remember that night like you wouldn't believe. I don't want to get into much detail with that night, but I'll never forget it anyway. So it went to court and all that stuff.
Wow.
And he pled guilty to a lesser charge. He pled guilty to fondling outside the clothes. So he got off scot-free.
Wow.
For nothing. And I think he did have a criminal record for a little bit, and he got pardoned of that about 15 years ago. So there's no history of him ever abusing anyone in his fucking life. You know what I mean?
Dave, what was it like being in court at 8 years old?
Man, that was the scariest time of my life, to be honest, Jamie.
I bet.
The first, I had to go twice. The first time I think was just like provincial court. It was just with the lawyers and us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the second time I was up in front of a jury and everything, man. And
Yeah.
the defense lawyer tore me to pieces. Like, how can you tear a 10-year-old to pieces? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, he made me believe that my aunt was my grandmother, and just random stuff, like made me go back on my words. Like, you know what I mean?
Holy moly, man.
It was insane, Jamie, man.
Yeah. Like, how does that guy sleep at night? Holy.
Well, he doesn't care. And the thing is, that whole side of the family, they act like nothing ever happened. They chose him over me, and they're like, he's not even their blood.
Wow.
They think I'm lying about it all. I made it up, or we were wrestling and he just managed to touch me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, because an 8-year-old is totally going to lie about this.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm not going to, like, what 8-year-old is going to make up that someone's doing like that kind of stuff to him? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man, but whatever. It is what it is. But
is he? Do you still talk? I don't imagine you talk to him, but is he? I guess the family, is there still tension there?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. My mom is actually down in the States right now with her brother and his wife, and they hang around with him. My mom doesn't. My mom doesn't want anything to do with him, but like her brother does, and he knows something happened, but he doesn't know details.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
But to even know that something happened and to not hang out with a known child molester, like what does that say about you?
Yeah, I don't even know what to say.
You know, like, and I asked my mom to tell him, like, to get into details. Me and my mom weren't talking very much there lately either, but I told her, like, I need this, like, I need them to know, you know what I mean? And like, if they choose him, then they choose him, then we have nothing to do with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I'm a parent, man. I have two boys. Now they're getting older now, but like,
Yeah,
world, man. I can't imagine
I
hurting
know,
a child.
Jamie, man. I got a 3-year-old son now, and that's like, I don't want to be that helicopter parent either. You know what I mean?
You know, I admit I spoil mine a little bit. My God, my kids
Oh,
rule.
I spoil mine too, buddy.
Right, but I look at it as like I'm only going to have these two kids. So I want to spoil them. The world can kiss my ass.
Right?
Right? They're good kids. They're not rude or anything like that. They're nice. They're polite and they're doing good in school and that. So whatever, world.
Yeah, that's what I say too. Do what makes you happy, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and my kids do. They make me happy.
Same with mine, buddy. But that's where I'm struggling, like, because of what happened to me and all that. Well, I'm been seeing a therapist for about 9 months now. Well, I've seen many therapists, but
Now,
actually,
the therapist, Dave, is this about the childhood abuse or is this about other things?
there's about childhood abuse. That's
Yeah.
basically, so my childhood. Besides that, what childhood abuse? My childhood was amazing, but after that childhood abuse happened, I started becoming distant, like didn't want to hang out with people. I grew up with no friends. All I wanted to do was go hunting and fishing with dad because I knew I was safe.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That
Yep.
was my safe place, was with dad.
Yep.
You know? And like that's all I did, Jamie. I didn't have friends till I actually joined the army there, joined the reserves. And that's when I
You got a hard time trusting people, Dave.
yeah, it is, man. It is, especially males too, you know what I mean?
Of course, man. Yes.
Like I can't even see a male doctor right now, like even still. And
Yep.
this is almost 30 years down the road, you know what I mean? 28 years down the road.
Yeah, but when it happens to you as a child, it really imprints, like as a
Yeah,
child,
yeah.
your brain is still developing. It's really in there, right?
Well, that's what my therapist keeps telling me too. She says, like, I'm stuck in like 10-year-old David a lot. Like 10-year-old David is making a lot of my decisions. You know what I mean? My mind is stuck back there, like it's hard to explain, but it kind of makes sense in ways with how I dealt with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the only way I got through it was drinking, man. Like I drank my way. Like I can remember my first drink when I was 16.
Yeah.
And man, I did not stop. And you've seen me. You know what I mean?
Well, Dave, I've seen you. I've been on parties with you in the military and stuff, but it never looked to me like a problem. Like it wasn't like I seen you drinking all the time. You were drinking just the same much as everyone else.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, yeah.
That was when we first joined the military. I don't know what it's like now, right?
Oh man, it got bad. It got really bad, buddy. Like up to the last going off, well, say the last 6 years were really bad.
So
And
was there anything that brought on the heavier drinking over over the last 6 years?
yeah, well, I went through a lot of shit in the last 6 years. Well, I went through a divorce. Wasn't because of the booze or anything. It was just we weren't meant for each other. It was mutual. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
still, it's rough going through a divorce. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I lost a few girlfriends due to the alcohol. But what really brought it on for me is I shattered my foot at work one day, and I was off work for 6 months.
I remember seeing it on Facebook.
Yeah, and that's what really got me into the drinking, because I couldn't do nothing. I was non-weight bearing for 4 months.
So you're
And
just
then
sitting on
off
the
work
couch.
for 6. Yeah, I'm just sitting on the couch, man.
Yeah,
So
and
I
that can
just,
get old after a while.
man, and And what's stupid about that? Like the doctors, man. Like, so I'm an addict. I told them I'm an addict. They sent me home with 200 Dilaudid, so that's high in morphine.
Okay.
To a fucking addict.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't do that. But me knowing me, I traded that for 2 ounces of weed because I knew I'd abuse it. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to abuse it. You know.
So it was your doctor that gave you all that medication?
Yeah. Well, the surgeon. Yeah.
Surgeon, and then you traded it for weed.
Yeah. I think it was a pretty good trade.
Sure. Yeah.
But that's mainly what it brought it out in the last 6 years. And like I was a landlord at a house here, and I had tenants from hell, like just make my life a nightmare. We had a person that meant a lot to us pass away recently too, and all of that like built up and built up and built up. And I actually attempted like it was about 6-7 months ago. I just remember swerving head on to a semi, man. And all I thought about was just Leslie and Gabe, like my wife and kid. And I swerved right back. But like it seemed like it took like 10 minutes to swerve back. It was crazy.
Okay. All right. So about that day, now I don't want you to go too much into detail if you don't want to, because I don't want to trigger you, David.
No, it's okay.
But so you're driving. Where are you driving from?
I'm driving home from work basically, and I'm basically crying hysterically the whole way home.
What's got you crying? Because of the pain and everything that you're going through, like mental pain or physical pain?
The mental pain, 100%. It was just everything all at once, and I think that's the day that I had a really horrible conversation with my tenants, like trying to evict them and all of that. So it was.
So you got stress from your tenants. You got the physical pain from your injury.
Yeah.
You said you lost somebody.
We lost someone close to us.
You're still dealing with the childhood trauma.
Yeah, and then stress from work. We were on mandatory overtime, and I was overworked, underpaid, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Was this still the military, or was this a?
No, this is civilian side.
This is civilian side, okay.
Yeah. No, I've been out since 2011.
Right. And where were we? We're so you're driving home from work, and mentally
I was just bawling my eyes out, and I seen this semi coming at me, and I was like, here we go. This is it. I'm done. And that's I swerved at it, and then I just thought about Leslie and Gabe, and like time like slowed right down, man. It was crazy. And then as soon as I thought about it, I was like, what are they going to think of me if I do this? You know what I mean? And I just swerved right back. It was close, Jamie, man. It was pretty close.
I can only imagine, sir.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you swerved back, and I know your wife and child are too.
Oh, I know, man. Like my mind goes in weird spots, man. Like it's like where I was drinking so heavily and all of that. I'm just like, Leslie and Gabe, like they're better off without me. Like they'll find someone better, someone to treat them better.
There's the line right there, Dave. I don't mean to cut you off, but there's the line right there. And I'm sorry I did cut you off. I apologize about it.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
You said that line right there that I hear from so many people, including myself, because I too tried to kill myself at one point. And that's just why most of them do it. You hear about people who kill themselves, and then you hear other people talk about, oh, they gave up, or they're weak. No, a lot of times it's because we feel we're doing others a favor.
Yeah.
We feel like a burden upon our family.
Yes, exactly. Like I feel like I'm doing
someone better to take our place.
Yep, 100%, man. That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. Right.
Like
so
not right now. Like, I don't feel like that now. What's that?
So I just wanted to put that out there for people who are listening.
Yeah, no, that's a really good thing. Like I didn't know others thought like that either. You know what I mean? I just thought it was me.
Yeah, but we don't realize, and I realize now, we carry a pain. Yes, we're carrying a pain, mental pain, and it's heavy. Makes it hard to breathe. But by killing ourselves, we're not killing the pain.
No.
The pain stays. We go away. we're free
Yeah.
from it. But the pain
Yeah.
stays and it goes upon someone else. And it's usually the one closest to us.
Well, yeah, it would go to Leslie and Gabe, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Gabe
And
would
then,
be messed up as a kid because he lost his father, you know what I mean?
yep. And she might blame herself. You don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it was
Yeah.
my fault. I didn't do enough for David. Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh man, she's the best support I have, man.
that's
Leslie
good,
is she's been I don't know why she's still with me, to be honest. You know
because
what I
she
mean?
loves you, man.
She's been there like through it all, buddy, and right there, like just support me 100%, you know?
Yep. That's a game changer when you got someone
And
support.
she gets it too because she was an addict at one point too.
Okay.
So she, like I always say, it takes an addict to understand an addict. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so she gets it. You know, she was in a rough spot at one point too. You know what I mean? So
More PTSD Buddies podcasts after a word from our sponsors. PTSD Buddies podcast is proud to be sponsored by Spartan Wellness. Spartan Wellness is a Canadian organization, and I'm proud to say that I'm a member of Spartan Wellness. I use medical cannabis, and one of the things that Spartan Wellness does is help people, Canadians, get medical cannabis if they need it. You don't need to be just a veteran or a member of the RCMP. They'll help anybody get medical cannabis. Now, that's not the only thing they do. As a veteran, they also will help veterans deal with Veterans Affairs. Veterans Affairs can sometimes get a little confusing with different. Now, this is not against Veterans Affairs themselves. They're a great organization, but sometimes veterans can get a little confused with filling out forms and everything, and Spartan Wellness is there to assist with that. They also assist with insurance and rehab platforms. They can help assist you with Veterans Affairs and setting up with your Blue Cross provider. Uh, Not only do they help you with your getting your medical cannabis prescription, they'll help you pick out the right licensed producer for you because Spartan Wellness works with all the medical cannabis producers out there, and they can help you pick the right one for you. They also provide lots of medical cannabis education. So maybe you're not sure if medical cannabis is right for you, they're here to provide all the education you need and answer any questions you have. And they'll even help you get all registered with that licensed producer once you choose it. Okay? So check out Spartan Wellness at spartanwellness.ca. They are a great team. Cheers. We are sponsored by the Tema Foundation. The Tema Foundation is a great foundation in Canada that helps first responders, military, frontline workers, the whole community deal with mental illness. The Tema Foundation strives to make mental health healthier for our first responders and frontline worker community. They've worked to create a free, I say again, a free online educational series that can help you cope with the daily stress, anxiety, and depression your career may bring you. PPE for Your Mind is a helpful collection of videos, ebooks, audiobooks, and much more. It's meant to help first responders, frontline workers, healthcare professionals, public safety personnel, military, and the important people in our lives. To all those who work to keep us healthy and safe, the Tema Foundation hopes PPE for Your Mind will help build your resilience as you continue to fight for the benefits of us all. Find PPE for Your Mind free along with other educational materials at www.tema.foundation. That's www.tema.foundation. You can make sure to follow the Tema Foundation also on all the social media just to stay in the loop on all the things they got coming up because they in the past have run galas and everything. So you really want to keep up on the Tema Foundation. They're doing a lot for Canada. And let me just add in, living in Newfoundland, I am the Newfoundland ambassador for the Tema Foundation. So check them out, the Tema Foundation. They are there to help. Yeah, I've never been an addict of anything. I mean, but I can only imagine how tough it is. The closest I've come to an addict is I need my cannabis and I love a cup of coffee in the morning. And if I don't get my
yeah.
cup of coffee, I'm upset. So I can only imagine what the addicts go through.
man, it's tough. Like I
Yeah, I
know
bet
it's
it is.
alcohol. That's the thing. Like alcohol is dangerous, man.
Yep.
People people don't think alcohol, like, oh, you're just having a few drinks, you know what I mean? Whatever, you can buy it at the store, you know what I mean? It's okay for you. Alcohol is one of the worst fucking things out there, man.
I think it's a bigger gateway drug than marijuana.
Oh man, I don't even think marijuana is a gateway drug, to be honest.
No, because I hear about that all the time. Marijuana is a
I think
gateway
it's fucking
drug.
medicine, man.
I said, buddy,
Yeah,
listen, I smoke my marijuana and I don't really want to go outside and do anything. But if
no,
I have a
no,
few drinks, I'm ready to
yeah,
take on the world. I'll
yeah,
I'll break a 10-year diet. You know?
yeah, yeah. No, I know what you mean. But like, it's horrible, and like it's so easily accessible, and it just ruins you. You don't think it does. Like I drank because it made it feel better at the time. You know what I mean?
Well,
And
it
then the
probably
next day,
helped with your pain. You were probably bored sitting there watching all the Netflix you can watch.
yeah, I basically watched fucking Conquered Netflix, more or lless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you just, I don't know, man. It's fucking horrible. And like, to be able to come down off alcohol, like I actually quit drinking. It was, fuck, what was it, 7 years ago, probably.
Okay.
I quit for one day shy of 6 months.
Yeah.
And when I quit cold turkey, which was a fucking big mistake. It brought out an autoimmune disorder in me, so arthritis. So
Did it
now I
really?
have, yep, I have. It was trauma to my system,
Wow.
and
Okay.
brought that out. So now I have arthritis throughout my whole body,
Wow. Holy shit,
and
man. I didn't know
yeah,
that was a thing.
yep, oh yeah, I didn't either tell that.
Yeah. It would be nice someone warned you about that, eh?
Right? I would have kept drinking a bit longer, I think.
Yeah, there's a tip for everybody. If you're drinking too much, don't just stop all of a sudden.
No, it can be deathly. Actually, Jamie, like when I stopped this time, uh, I was advised to like wean off it. So what I did is I made myself a schedule. So I allotted myself, so 7 drinks this night. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That sounds like a lot, like for a weeknight for a non-alcoholic, but for an alcoholic, high functioning alcoholic, that's nothing.
Yeah.
So like I started slowly cut my drinking in half, and I had it cut in half by what, a week ago? Yeah, a week ago, but I couldn't quite do it on my own. So I went and got on detox meds, and I was actually having seizures, like not like full on like convulsing seizures, but absent seizures is what they call them. Like you just zoned right out, and nothing would get through. You wouldn't. You can't hear nothing. You're just tunnel vision kind of thing. And
Fuck, man, that's some scary shit.
it's actually it is, man, and it, as having a seizure is exhausting, dude. It's brutal.
Well, I can only imagine that's a lot of stress on your body, right?
Yeah, like you don't even know what's happening. Like I was trying to work through all this too, like my detox and all that.
Yep.
And I was at work Wednesday, and I zoned out a bit and all that, and we didn't have much on the go. So I was like, "Hey, do you mind if I go home?" Like my work knows about it all, so they're really good about it all too.
Okay.
They're here to
That's
support me.
cool.
So they're like, "Yeah, just go on home. We don't got much for you." So then I go in Thursday, and like I do big work, like I repair heavy haul trailers and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was up on top of the trailer, and I zoned out for about 5 minutes. My foreman was right next to me talking to me the whole time.
5 minutes.
I didn't have a fucking clue, Jamie. Didn't know what was going on. Like my eyes were open, I was breathing. That's all I know.
5 minutes is not a long time, but it is definitely a long time if you're not moving, if you're froze and
Yeah, I'm just like, no, they said I was just there swaying back and forth, basically side to side kind of thing. That was it.
that's nuts. Because, like, I mean, how do you drive? How do you take a bath for certain things? That just like
I can't drive right now because of
no.
that.
I
You know what I
mean,
mean?
I don't imagine
But
you take a
I'm
bath or go
over,
swimming or go for a walk in the
right,
park by yourself right now.
right. Like it was funny. I was at the store earlier,
Yeah.
and you ever see the movie Limitless?
Yes.
You know how he's like all of a sudden he's in the hallway of his hotel room or his hotel or whatever, and he doesn't know how he got there.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper, right?
Yeah. So like I was walking down the aisle of Peavy Mart, and then all of a sudden I was in like the cleaning aisle, and I was like, how the fuck did I get here?
Oh,
I was like, I just couldn't even remember getting there. Like I was like,
bad
why
memory
am I, for
loss.
one, why am I in the cleaning aisle, and how did I get here?
Yeah, that's very scary.
That's what coming down off alcohol does to you, man. If I wasn't on this medication, like I'm on anti-seizure stuff, I'm on benzos to help with cravings and stuff, or to help come down. I don't know. I'm on like 10 different kinds right now. So it's, if it wasn't for that, I'd be a lot worse. A lot worse.
And all the medications are working.
Yeah, they're doing their jobs. It's the like my episodes, I call them, are getting less and less. So
That's
I think I got a week's left, and then fully detoxed. So I haven't had a drink since Wednesday.
wow. Good for you, buddy.
That's the longest I can remember in probably like 10 years, Jamie. Or
Yeah,
no, since I quit the last time, sorry.
yeah.
That would have been the longest time I've gone.
Well, you're doing it, man. You're doing it.
Yeah, I'm fucking doing it. Like it's I'm stubborn. I'm a procrastinator, you know what I mean? But once I get something in my head, oh, it's happening, you know. I don't back down.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Until the
like
wife
that
tells you to.
little yappy chihuahua right at you, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I hear you, man. So the doctor gave you a certain time limit, like how long you're going to be going through this? There's a light at the end of the tunnel at some point.
Usually 10 days to detox from alcohol.
10 days.
Yeah, but then I'm going to have cravings for quite some time, so I'm going to be on this craving medication for I think he said 1 to 2 years.
Okay.
So just to help from to try not to relapse, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But that's where I got to get to the root of the problem too with my therapist. You know what I mean? So I don't relapse. Like we can finally start talking about my childhood and how it affected my life. You know what I mean?
I do. Yeah.
So
Well, Dave, it sounds like you're doing all the right steps.
it took me a long time, Jamie, man. It took me a long time, but I think it's because I found Leslie. I had a son. You know what I mean? I have something to live for, Jamie.
That's it.
You know
That's
what I
your
mean?
motivation, man. That is it right there.
Like if it wasn't for them, I told Leslie multiple times, if I never met her, I wouldn't be here right now.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be Jamie. You
Yeah,
know,
I
like
hear you, man.
she gave me the will to live, basically. You know what I mean? Like she changed my life. Like it took me a long time to realize that, but that's, she has.
Yeah. And I've learned for myself that my kids are my greatest tool for fighting my mental illness.
Yeah.
Right. When I first got PTSD from Afghanistan, I was hiding my symptoms and stuff like that from my kids. I was trying to shield them from it. And they're smart. Kids are smart, man. They see things in their parents that their parents don't see. They notice things when things are off.
Yep.
And
Yep.
if your kid, no one's going to love you more than your kid. And that's it. That is if you treat your kid right.
Yes. Yeah.
And I know my boys love the shit out of me. And my kids at a very early age not only learn to recognize when their dad was triggered, but learn the breathing exercises that I learned from my therapist, and they would do them with me.
Wow. Hey.
Yeah. Like my son has, at a young age, I'm talking like 6 years old,
Yeah.
would stop me. Dad, you look triggered. Are you triggered? You okay? And he would hold my hand and do these breathing. And a lot of times I start fucking crying because I
Yeah.
felt so fucking lucky to have such a gift.
Right.
But it's yeah, once I open up about about my symptoms, not my trauma with them,
Yeah.
um it it helped. It helped better than anything, better than the cannabis.
Wow. That's
Right.
amazing, man.
It's
That's amazing.
the support from the people that matter.
Exactly. From the people that matter, for sure.
Yeah. And when I say the people that matter is from the people whose opinions I care about.
Yep. No, I got you there. And I actually got a good support group going right now. I got quite a few buddies and a couple good family members backing me. Like, I've been calling everyone every day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to keep busy too, like to talk to someone so you're not thinking about it, you know what I mean?
Yep. And we can never get you on the PlayStation.
Jamie, I just spent all my money on an anvil in the forge. I'm getting into knife making. So.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. Well, I started it back before I broke my foot there.
You got that shit over your house?
Well, it's on the way. It's on the way.
I gotta fucking come over. I just spent all my money on a fucking birthday gift for my son. My son's birthday is this month.
Oh, nice, so, nice.
I'm not going to say it out loud. What he's
no, because he'll probably hear it. Yeah.
Nah, he won't hear it. He doesn't listen. But I just don't want to say it out loud. I'll tell you when I comes over one day.
Yeah.
I'm definitely coming over once. I love that knife.
Oh yeah,
I watched that into it.
I love it. It's going to be like 2 weeks till it's all here, but I'm getting into it again.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, man. Fucking, I'm getting set up for it. It's not fucking cheap, but I got a good tax return coming, so I'm saying fuck it. I want to do this because I know I like doing it, and it'll keep me busy and keep my mind off shit.
Well, that's a big thing right there with mental illness, is keeping your mind occupied.
Yeah, I don't mind as a dangerous mind, man, especially mine.
Well, that's why a lot of people, a lot of first responders, a lot of military, things like that, they don't realize they have PTSD until they retire. And the reason why is because they're sitting down now and relaxing, and they got time to think.
Yeah.
But if your mind is too busy to even process trauma you went through, then you keep going forward. A lot of people use their work to fight their PTSD. Keeps their mind occupied.
Well, man, if I couldn't work, like I'm off today too because we're a little slow, and he just wanted me to take an extra day. Like if I don't go to work tomorrow, like I have to go to work tomorrow, you know.
Yep.
Like just to keep busy, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like it helps, and it's a good job, you know what I mean? The guys are great, you know. So work is everything for me. If I wasn't working right now, like I'd be drinking for sure.
Well, Dave, you got all the supports around you that you seem to like. You're seeing the therapist. You got medication that's working. I'm proud of you, buddy. You're doing everything right. As far as I'm concerned, man, I think you're going to beat this.
I hope so, buddy. I think so too. I think I got it this time, but you know, it's still a long road yet, buddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How old is your son?
He's 3.
3. Oh, 2.
Yeah.
I was going to say you want to take him fishing, but too young yet.
Oh, I already had him fishing. He's got his first fish. So.
Oh, go on.
Yeah. You know me, but I had to get him fishing.
Yeah. That's the one activity my kids love. My kids are gamers. They're gamers, man. They love their fucking PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
But hunting and fishing. Yeah. Well,
yes.
we spent the last 10 years in Newfoundland, so they got a good.
Oh yeah, right.
They got a good mouthful of hunting and fishing. They love it.
Well, let's get out fishing sometime, buddy. It'd be good for all of us. You know what I mean?
Sure. Anytime.
Yeah, I know a good trout pond we'd go to.
Perfect. We'll go this summer.
Yes, man, for sure. I'm getting out. That's my happy place is fishing, man. So I gotta try to get out more. You know what I mean?
Dave, I only got one more question for you.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can carry on and finish any other stories that you got to tell us. But my only question left is, I guarantee there's somebody who's going to be listening to this. Let me start over. I guarantee, I got to talk slower. I keep forgetting because I'm a planner, right? I guarantee there's somebody listening to this podcast who's probably deep into alcohol, or they're probably thinking about going through this detox that you're going through, or tried it and failed. Any tips, any words of encouragement for those people out there who are listening? Any words of encouragement or anything you can say to someone out there now who's probably halfway through their 3rd bottle?
Don't give up. Like, I never thought I could do this. I never thought I could. Like, and I'm still not through it, but I'm doing good about it. Like, don't give up. Like, get a good support system. Like, reach out to your family and friends or whoever's important to you, whoever you like reach out to them. They will help you. Like, they will stand by you. If you can see a therapist, see a therapist. You know what I mean? Um, just don't give up. There's hope. You know, that's that's it. I guess I'm
Yeah.
not good at this stuff, Jamie. So
Oh, you're doing great, buddy. You're doing great. I mean, you're giving a lot of good tips out there to people who are going through this, and you're giving a lot of inspiration to that person who's probably sitting on the couch, half in a bag, or in the same kind of shoes that you've been in.
oh, I guarantee you, there's tons of people out there in the same kind of shoes I'm in right now. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
like, keep busy. Like I even find like just like having a toothpick in your hand, playing with a toothpick. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like stuff like that. Like, or just get out, go for a walk or something. You know what I mean?
yeah. Keep busy because
Yeah,
your own mind is your worst enemy sometimes.
it is. It is. I know mine is.
Yeah,
My if my mind is idle, it's a dangerous mind, buddy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I call it the itty bitty shitty committee.
Yeah.
Yeah, lives in your fucking head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Itty bitty shitty committee.
No, for sure.
I
Yeah.
can't say I made that up. I heard it from somewhere else, but yeah.
But also, do not quit cold turkey if you are drinking heavily. It
Yes.
can be very bad.
Yes.
Get on a detox system. You can see any doctor and they will get you on a detox system.
It
If
was
you,
your
what's
own
that?
personal doctor that got you on it, was it?
Yeah, they referred me to a specialist, and then the specialist called me, and then they're like detox, alcohol detox specialist.
Yeah.
So that's what the program I'm on, and
Yeah.
it's a
And like you're
14-day
saying,
program.
it's working for you. So
Man, it's been working great. Like there was even beer left in the fridge, and like I didn't drink it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That never happens, Jamie.
Yeah. You're on a detox and you got beer in the fridge.
Not now,
What
not
are you
now.
doing to
No,
yourself, man? That's
they're
like me
they're
saying, I'm
they're
going to go on a
gone.
diet, but I'm going to put some chocolate bars in the cupboard.
They're gone now, but no,
Okay.
they're yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was going to
yeah.
say, you're tough as they come.
No, I couldn't. Oh, if I had done that, that's just cruel. That is.
Yeah. You're just being cruel to yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Dave, I'm out of questions. Is there any other tips or things you can share with us before we say goodbye?
Just if anyone's having trouble, reach out to me on the Facebook page, David Wiscombe. You know what I mean? I'm here to chat. I know I don't contribute to the page much, but I read a lot of stories and I'm encouraged by them. And just keep at it. Take it day by day. Baby steps is the thing. You're not going to do it all at once. You'll never be able to do it all at once. One little thing at a time, and you'll get there.
Dave, you mind if our viewers or our listeners call you Collect? I'm joking.
You think I should be a therapist?
We're going to put out Dave's cell phone number. You can call him Collect.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh, what a dick.
It's all good, JB, boy. I loved you, boy.
You too, man. Well, Dave, thanks for having chat with me, man. I actually learned quite a bit about this stuff today talking to you. I appreciate it. And I know our viewers did too. And I guarantee our viewers are going to be inspired by your story. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, this helped me too. Talking about it helps me. You know what I mean? So.
Roger that, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, you take care, and we'll be in touch soon, man. I'll be over for a visit one of these days.
For sure, buddy. Love you. Have a good one.
You too, man. Cheers.
Bye.
Thanks everyone for joining us on this episode of the PTSD Buddies podcast. Hope you enjoyed the show. And if you or someone you know is dealing with PTSD, please look for PTSD Buddies on Facebook. You can join one of our great Facebook groups and get support. You can look for us on Twitter, Instagram, or check out our PTSD Buddies YouTube channel full of hundreds of helpful videos to help you deal with PTSD. Cheers, everybody. Have a great one.